Welcome to Unit 5. In this unit, we will be reviewing social network theory. My name is Dara Snyder-Jans, and I will be your narrator. In this unit, I will use seminal research to define the basics of this theory, describe specific assumptions of the theory, discuss some of the criticisms and critiques of this theory, and then discuss applied research. Social network theory examines a set of ties or links among a defined set of actors. These actors can be individuals, groups, or organizations. This enables researchers to analyze a variety of organizational phenomena at two levels. First, the micro level, which includes leadership, teams, power, trust, and turnover. And second, the macro level, which includes inter-firm relations, alliances, and network governance. In supply chain management literature, we are particularly interested in macro-level analysis. There are several assumptions in social network theory. First, similar to institutional theory, social network theory looks at the behavior of individual organizations. However, it suggests that people or organizations tend to think and behave similarly because they are connected. Social network theory looks at the different connections between individuals or actors. For example, the points or nodes in this diagram are referred to as social actors. Social actors are typically visualized in terms of individuals, but can also be measured at the organizational level. Lines or linkages represent the connection among social actors. Centrality is a key concept in social network theory. Being at the most center point in the social network is the most advantageous according to centrality. People gain social capital through their position in social structures of social networks. The strength of ties or linkages and the benefits and disadvantages are also well documented. Prior to Granovetter in 1974, research typically only identified the importance of strong ties among nodes. He examined the strength of weak ties, proposing that weak ties might actually be more important and more influential on member attitudes and behaviors than strong ties. Granovetter also suggested that weak ties may help individuals make connections among social networks. Individuals are typically constrained in terms of time and hence can maybe support only a dozen strong ties, but on the other hand, they will be able to support an extremely large number of weak ties. Embeddedness is another important concept in social network theory. Embeddedness is the tendency to stay involved in a network and create, renew, and extend relationships over time. Uzzi in 1996 discusses that arm's length ties are less powerful than embedded ties when it comes to trust, risk transfers, and information and problem-solving capabilities. Perhaps you've heard of the term 6 degrees of separation, where everyone on Earth is connected by 6 degrees. This term comes from a study conducted by Travers and Milgram in 1969, who asked volunteers in Nebraska to send mail to an unknown person in Boston by sending mail to people who had a better chance than they did of knowing that person. Results from this study showed that it took about 6 intermediaries to reach the target person. As with every theory, there will always be critiques and criticisms. Some of the criticisms and critiques for social network theory are as follows. First, many critics of social network theory suggest that concepts are not well defined and operationalized. Specifically mentioned concepts include social structure, network centrality, the impact of distance between actors, cohesion, and the social network in and of itself. Second, research in social network theory has also done a poor job identifying particular nodes to study. Which node or nodes to include and exclude can result in important nodes being left out. Now, let's briefly discuss some of the seminal papers as well as newer supply chain papers in social network theory. Granovetter in 1973, which as I mentioned before, identifies the strength of weak ties among social actors. This is a seminal work in social network theory and is typically cited in most social network theory research. Kilduff and Brass, 2010, conducted a thorough review of research in social network theory. This is another paper that's typically cited. Kim, in 2014, taps into the embeddedness assumption and asks the question, does structural embeddedness transform into performance? Lastly, Kufteros et al., 2007, examined embeddedness with suppliers and its impact on supply-based rationalization, supplier selection, integration, innovation, and ultimately quality. Congratulations, now you know more about social network theory.